Hello children, in this section we will study another topic, and that is called as artificial hybridization. It is called as artificial hybridization. This technique was first time given by Thomas Fairchild. Thomas Fairchild. He took two varieties, carnation and sweet William. Both are flowers. And when he hybridized them, when he hybridized them, he named it Fairchild's Mule. This was called as Fairchild's Mule. Now, how the artificial hybridization is being done? It is done in the following steps. Number one is called as emasculation. Second is bagging. Number three is tagging. Number fourth is rebagging. And number five is hybridization. Now let's see how it is done. The very first thing is emasculation. E means removing. Masculation, the masculine word comes from the male. Masculine, you know, that it is called as a male. Emasculation means what? Now, if it is a bisexual flower, we know it is monoecious. I have told you many times we are UD. That means U is what? Unisexual, D is dioecious. If the flower is bisexual, then the anthers are removed from the flower bud before the anther dehisces. That means before the maturation of anther, they are being removed. Therefore, removal of anthers is done in this case before they get mature. This is what is done in emasculation. And then what happens? The second step is bagging. What we do is, after emasculation of the flowers, they are covered with the bag. That is why the term bagging is used. It is covered with the bag according to the size of the flower, and it is generally made up of a butter paper. It is generally made up of a butter paper. This is done why? Because we do not want any unwanted pollen to be sit on a stigma and it should fertilize. Therefore, we are preventing a contamination. We are preventing contamination here of the stigma. That is why the bagging is done. This thing you have to remember. Now, after this one, when they are bagged, then a tagging is done. What is tag? Tag means we know that we buy a new cloth, there is a tag written there. So tagging is done just as to give some suitable information, just for record keeping. That is when the anther was collected, date of pollination, what is the name of a female flower or a female plant, what is the name of a male one, and what were the conditions, what desirable characters we want. All things are written on this tag, and therefore the next step is tagging. Next is rebagging. Rebagging is done so that what happens is, there is like, what we do is we just cross fertilize here. That means what? When the stigma matures, That means it becomes receptive. What we do is we put the pollen of desired quality on it and hybridization is done. Hybridization is done. And again, the rebagging is done so that it is protected. And when the pollen tubes germinate on the stigma, we get a new variety of a plant. So this is what is done in the artificial hybridization. Is that very clear to you? This whole topic is given in the what you call NCERT at page number 33. Just go through it. One more thing I want to tell here, ki if the female parent is unisexual, this is the case was when we took a bisexual flower. But if it is a unisexual flower, then there is no need of this step. Emasculation is not done because there is no anther. So we start with the bagging, tagging, then hybridization and the what you call rebagging. Is that very clear to you? So this is what the artificial hybridization is. Thank you.